Good afternoon. God, what's wrong with me? Well, everybody, welcome to Six Flags America. We're certainly glad to have you. For those of you who have never met me, my name is Richard Pretlow, and I am the park president here. Been here since January of this year, taken over after Rick Howard moved on to a role in our corporate office, helping us buy things. He now oversees procurement. So I'm very glad to be here. This is a terrific property. We have a lot of trajectory in front of us. We have a couple of challenges we need to get over, but certainly a lot of opportunity here, and we're certainly glad to have supporters like you all. And hope that Superman was great. Hope that the food everybody is eating right now is very enjoyable. Provided to you by a culinary team. I know I saw Devontae and here's one right there. Devontae, and let me not forget about Trayvon, our retail manager, if you guys haven't met him. So, yeah. So from here, I'm gonna pass it over to Dave, who will probably pass it right back to me, and we'll go from there.
All right, thank you, Richard. So you've met Trayvon, Devontae, Richard. This is Eric Volker. I'm sure most of you have met him in your travels here or at the Great Escape or other various properties. And my name is Dave Johnson. I'm the marketing director here at Six Flags Americans. It's great to have you here. And as you're enjoying those snacks, this, of course, is a Q&A session that we've allotted about 45 minutes for. So, we don't need to use all the time if we run out of questions, but we're here for you if we keep the hopper filled. So I will mention too that I believe you saw it on your itinerary. Right around 3:45, the doors will open for Aaron Ravitz's 4 p.m. show. You're welcome to stake out your favorite seats for that show, since you have basically a first advantage at best seats in the house by virtue of being here right now. But of course, if you prefer to enjoy the coasters and the great weather outside, please feel free to do so. So, with those words said now, let's get right into the Q&A. So, who has the first question for us? Who will it be? I know there's questions in those brains of yours. Richard's Oh, yeah, question. Yes.
Hi, Dave. Hey, Richard. It's Renee. With yesterday's big announcement at DC Comics Fandom, talking about 2 movies that are coming out in 2022, do you think that Six Flags Corporate will be tied in with the new Flash movie and or the Batman movie? Is it too early for corporate to know something about that? Any tie-ins with the park station?
That's definitely a Dave question.
I don't know if I have any answers for you right now. The question was with the new previews essentially dropped for a couple of new DC comics movies. What is the next step for Six Flags? And those questions are kind of negotiated at a higher level than anyone you see before you right here. And it is very early in those properties. So we do enjoy a great relationship with Warner Brothers for many of their characters, the intellectual property, including Batman, including the Flash, as well as the Looney Tunes. But I would be speculating, and I don't want to do that. But it's a great place to start from that strong relationship. So we'll see where that goes. All right. Any others?
Any expansion of Holiday in the Park into Gotham City?
Question was, any expansion of Holiday in the Park to Gotham City? You want to take it?
I can.
All right.
It just gets muffled with the mask. We are, without going into too much detail, we're in talks with some local groups right now who have some great holiday assets that we might be able to add to Gotham City to add a little more value to Holiday in the Park. I've gotten some emails from some folks in this room, I believe, who have asked me about the train, and I strategically did not respond because I was waiting for this day because I knew it was going to come up. But I'm in talks with our maintenance director, Scotty, to see if the train is something that we can do for Holiday in the Park. Not making any guarantees, but it is looking quite promising. So just look forward to that. Those discussions that we're having right now are still very high level. Dave, myself, Joe, our marketing manager. We've had some pretty good discussions about what we can do to just add some value to that, for the team, for the guests, and just for the community as a whole. So I think there's some good things that you all can look forward to with that coming this year. Buddy, this is a.
Come back here in the corner.
What is the highest throughput ride we have on property?
The highest throughput ride we have on property. I'm going to pass this over to
Eric.
I get to, oh, how exciting. So it's always actually a fun competition because we have 3 rides that really fight for that top spot. Right now, Superman, Wild One, and Jinx hold the top 3 spots as far as throughput monsters. If you were to take the operating season that exists, where all rides are operating continuously together, then I think Superman would be our number 1. I think Wild One gets a little bit of an advantage because of Holiday in the Park. And Jinx is usually up there because the turnover time between cycles is just so fast. And the cycle being so quickly that we're able to pump some people through. But I think right now we're sitting at Superman is number 1, Wild One is number 2, and Jinx is 3. So fun things to know as far as throughput.
I think there was a question here.
Any plans to making more nano coasters on different, the other coasters?
Yes.
Yeah, so right now we have the Firebird coaster available, Inferno Gifts. We are looking at expanding those coasters. I believe in the works is Batwing, Superman, and the Wild One.
Nice.
And then we do also have some coasters available on the online merch store, but we are looking to bring some in park.
Cool.
Y'all plan on bringing concerts back?
concerts. That is an interesting idea, my friend, that Dave and I will certainly discuss further. The challenge will probably be our largest theater needs some dollars invested into it. That's the challenge there, and I think, I'll just tell you as a park president, there are a few other areas where I think we need to invest some dollars before we go into that theater, but it's something we'd certainly like to do in the future. I don't know if we're going to see anything of a large scale in 2022, just because we know some of the challenges we have with our largest venue. But we also, we have some great show space right here where you can see we can't accommodate a ton of folks, but we certainly look at ways we can enhance our entertainment. And a matter of fact, I don't know if folks have met Renee in the back, who is our new entertainment manager, who came from Six Flags Marion Lake. She was there for about 10 years or so, I believe, and then spent some time at, was it Silver Dollar City? So Renee has been around and has a lot of experience in the entertainment world, so we are very much so looking forward to what she'll do. And Renee, you started here in end of May, so still learning the lay of the land, so we look forward to what she'll do in 2022.
I'll add to that too, on your concerts question. We do have, as you're probably aware, some smaller format events. For instance, we just got done with something called Bands, Brews, and Booze, which is kind of a blend of Halloween and local bands. It doesn't necessarily rise to the threshold of a concert in a 3,000 plus person arena, but there are certain opportunities for additional live entertainment with festivals and stuff like that that we're looking to continue to add throughout the season.
I think.
So what are some of the things that you guys are going to be focusing on for the next years and stuff like that, improvements and things like that?
So the question was, what are we going to be focusing on for the upcoming few years in terms of improvements and such in the park? Richard, you're the one who I think has all of those details. I would love to share certain details with this group, and I'll leave it to you if you...
You can share, and then I'll swoop in behind you. But,
all right. Well, in the immediate future, I can tell you, Richard, stop me if I'm revealing too much. But Wild One, we're going to talk about Wild One. And are we good? Are we good? Are we good? I don't see any daggers in any direction yet. Wild One is going to get a full repaint for 2022. So that ride travels from literally one edge of the park to the other edge of the park. You can see it almost anywhere you are. So it's really going to brighten up the park.
Can I talk about the other ride?
Sure.
Of course.
All right, here you go.
Oh, I'm just excited.
Yeah, no, I love your excitement.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
Yeah, I'm excited for you.
Oh, okay. Well, here, I'll get that. Okay, so Wild One repaint. I know that's super, super exciting. By the way, have you checked out the sweet light package at night on Wild One right now? You have not, so you have to check it out tonight. There are 45 LED lights that were added to it for night lighting. It's purple at night. It's super cool, photogenic. We love it. Our marketing team, Joe Pudlick, our marketing manager, who's not here today, and Elliot really helped us to bring that project to life for the Fright Fest season, and we're really excited where that can go. Our other exciting thing for next year, right out front of this theater is the Flying Carousel. Brand new light package is going on to the Flying Carousel as well. So we're very excited about that as well. It's really going to really enhance the arrival experience of our guests, and also what a beautiful photogenic location to be plussed and rehabbed for the next season.
That wasn't the one I thought you were going to say.
Oh, was it? Oh, uh-oh. Well, you can talk about the other one then. I don't know what other one you were going to.
Richard, you want to talk about that?
What else are we?
Okay, well, maybe we table that.
No, so
Okay. We're dancing around.
we are dancing around quite a bit of stuff, but in addition to what Eric and Dave had mentioned, we do know that our roller coaster goes through a lot of stress, a lot of strain. So we are looking, be clear, it would, but we are looking to retract almost the entirety of that entire coaster so that it can stop having as much downtime as it's been having. Those high speed, high stress turns really stress me out because our maintenance director calls me every 6 or 7 days. He's like, "Hey, Richard." I'm like, "Hey, Scott." Roar. I'm like, "Track again?" He's like, "Yeah, it's gonna be down for 3 days." I'm like, "Oh my God." There's some expletives I dump in there as well, but I'll spare you all from the foul language. So yes, we are looking to do some retracking there, especially on those high speed, high stress turns. We have been looking at some of the newer technology with the steel track that can go along some of the turns, not the whole thing, because that's a lot more money than we have to spend. But those turns, they stress me out. I'm sure they stress Eric out too.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Just a couple of other smaller things. We purchased a lot of new trash cans for the park, because all the green trash cans we have with the doors falling all off, those also stress me out. A lot of new benches, things like that for the park. A lot of new water park furniture that you'll see. I don't know if we have any water park fans in here as well. But really, over the next couple of years, you'll see us making some investments in our infrastructure. We have a lot of our culinary and retail units that have air conditioning units that haven't worked in years, and need to make sure we're taking care of the team and that they're not in an unsuitable environment. So we'll be taking care of things like that. We have some roofs that have not had the right amount of work on them, so we're going to be taking care of those. You'll see a lot of investments in our infrastructure. I don't know if anybody's taken a look at Johnny Rockets. We just got that painted. That was just a couple of days ago, and it looks really, really sharp. Over there, something else we just had painted too.
Superman
right?
station.
Oh, oh my God, how can I forget?
I know.
The Superman station.
And the Q House.
And the Q House just got painted too, and we'll be looking at doing the track and the station, the track and the structure for that likely next year, if the price is right. But those are just some of the things that you'll be seeing us doing. We have a lot of rides already. Our big focus, at least for me anyways, is to make sure that for all of our guests, when you guys come, that the stuff you enjoy riding is working when you get here. That's probably our biggest challenge, not just Six Flags America, but a lot of our parks. We, especially our older inventory, we can't keep it running to save our lives. So we are very heavily investing in how do we keep those rides operating. And again, I'll sing praises to our new maintenance director, Scott, who has put a lot of time, a lot of attention into making sure that our key rides are running all the time. This is something you don't see, but we had our Barrister system on the Joker's Jinx upgraded. When was that done? Probably end of August or something like that.
You were in July to August?
Yeah, so
Yep.
I don't know if anybody's noticed, that has been down. That's been down a lot less lately. Nobody's noticed? I noticed. That's been down a lot less lately because we upgraded that first generation Barrister system. So those are just a few of the things that you'll see us doing. All right? Yes.
This is one of my favorite questions I love asking every year, is what are you looking at in the culinary department for new food items or beverage items for next year?
Oh my goodness, well, as a food and beverage guy myself, I would love to answer this question. However, I'm going to turn this over to Devontae, who is one of our very skilled, very talented food and beverage supervisors, to kind of tell you all the new and great things that he has going on. Devontae?
Yay!
Hey. So the biggest thing for 2022 is we're focusing on switching two of our major locations to flop each other. So it might seem small, but it's huge. So Aviator now will be having cheesesteaks all year round. So we'll have 4 different types of cheesesteaks. We'll have the Big Philly, the Chicken Philly, a Chicken Bacon Ranch, and we'll also have many different toppings that you can add on. So the biggest thing will be either you choose your cheese of provolone or cheese whiz. And we also, so it's kind of mimicking, but not so much of a Charlie's concept. So Charlie's subs. So we also have fresh lemonades in there and also different kinds of chips to offer in that place as well. But the main thing is to focus on our heavy duty funnel cake locations. We have some different flavors coming out, some different things we want to try. And that's mainly it. But we're trying to do some really good things. The flavor that you tried today for the chicken, the sweet pineapple chili chicken, is something that we're trying to bring into Chopsticks next year. So we're having some different things, trying out some good stuff. Also in the saloon, we're actually bringing in a couple of more different type of pies and cakes. So we have apple spice cake, we have carrot cake, we have German chocolate cake, and we have a new rendition of the double chocolate cake. And then we also want to go to having some more of the cold sides in that location. So coleslaw, the potato salad, and macaroni salad. So we're just trying to do some different things and add a different combination to the platters.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
You had a question?
Do you have any plans for having more like t-shirts and sweatshirts that are specific for the rides? Like not just the characters?
I'll let Trayvon take that. I just want to add one thing about food and beverage, and this is actually a plug for another park. Has anybody been to the Great Escape recently? Anybody tried the new Charlie's that was, you didn't get a chance to? Oh my God. Well, the next time you go, that restaurant was designed by a gentleman by the name of Richard Prudlow, and he is very excited about that restaurant there, even though he was not there to see it fully completed. So the next time you're at the Great Escape, please make sure to try out Charlie's, which yours truly had the opportunity to design.
We got to add the plug where both Richard, myself, and Dave all worked at Great Escape
Yes,
and
we
have
did.
transitioned from Great Escape to America to bring all the awesome things there here and make them bigger. So we're very excited.
Yes, we are. Ghost Town, where the new ride is.
Yes.
Yeah, so when you go in there, think of me.
Your host not called Richards.
Well, yeah, I wanted to
You
call
should
Richards,
have.
yeah.
Yes, to answer your question regarding coasters, we've actually sent out to our corporate team the speeds, the height, and all the fun facts of all of our coasters at the park. So right now, I believe we have Firebird available in our Inferno Gift store, and we should have Wild One and Roar available in Flags. We're also exploring youth sizes on most of these options. But yes, within the coming year, we should have coaster tees available for all of our locations, and we're focused on adult and youth. Haven't explored hoodies just yet outside of Firebird, but that's something that we could definitely look into. Yes. Pins, lapel pins, right? Yeah. Yes, that's also something that we're looking into for next year. We can look into it for coasters. I know right now we were looking at main event pins or events that we have at the park, but that's definitely something we can explore for next year.
And magnets for coasters.
Magnets for coasters? Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get your plugs. I like this, guys.
Okay. So I've got t-shirts, hoodies, coasters, and pins. I'll work on that. All right.
Perfect. Anything else?
Without getting into too many specifics as to when you're planning on opening, are you thinking of like extending the season possibly, or trying to keep it similar length?
I can answer that question without going into too much detail. I think this is one of those things where, Dave, if I go off the rails, you should stop.
Okay.
So the short answer is not right now. And, you know, industry-wide, we're suffering from some pretty big staffing challenges that are going to extend into 2022. I know a lot of folks are hopeful that that won't be the case, but, you know, the reality is if you look at the facts, it's not going to be good. So we need to make sure that from the business and the administrative end, we're taking the right steps to make sure that given those challenges, we're still delivering the best experience that we can absolutely deliver, and having a really long season with a lot of hours when we already know the challenges that we've had historically with staffing, given some of the new challenges, might not be the best option right now. Every season is different, and we may get to 2022 and the doors are falling off with folks who want to come to work here, and we'll say, Dave, keep us open till midnight. I don't know if Eric will enjoy that one.
A little late.
But we'll always, we will constantly evaluate the business to make sure that we're doing what's best for our guests, and to make sure that we're doing what's best, for the team as well. But I can tell you that there's not going to be much of an expanded season. Like if you're referring to like an expanded season that you've seen at like Fiesta and Magic Mountain and places like that, that's not going to be in our future right now. Okay. Yes.
I do coaster type content on TikTok, and I noticed that Six Flags America has an official account, but it's currently inactive with no videos. Do you guys plan on maybe using that in the future as kind of a promotional type thing, like other parts of them?
I'm going to turn that over to Dave, because I will tell you when it comes to social media, I am terrible. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I haven't updated my Facebook in probably 8 years. So I'm going to turn that over to Dave.
MySpace.
It does, yeah. They're looking to go into MySpace. No. The answer is maybe, I think. It's TikTok is still kind of a new platform in the broad sense. So before we venture too deeply into any new platform, really, we want to make sure that it's the right space for our brand to engage, and that we also use the right sort of voice on the platform, because every platform kind of has its own sort of personality. And so if we can do that and be authentic and do it the right way, then I think there's likely a future there. And we did, I believe we did do some testing of certain other pieces of TikTok in the way of advertising and things like that. So it's certainly on the radar. There's, we just need to make sure that we do it right. So clearly it's a growing platform, and it's, in broad sense, we want to be where the eyeballs are, if you will. So it's, and we have, I'm sure you saw, we've engaged in an organic manner with certain content producers who have visited and posted footage of our rides and things like that. So we certainly see some value in TikTok in the broadest sense. And question here, but before I want to say or recognize, is that Ramar down there? Yes, Ramar. Ramar has joined us. He's in the wings there. Ramar's our IPS director in park services. So Trayvon and Devontae are among the many.
These are my brothers right here. They're taking care of it very, very well.
That's right.
Great job answering all the questions.
So basically after you walk through the gates, if you open your wallet, Ramar's team is taking care of it.
That's a heck of an introduction, sir. All facts.
Well, we appreciate your work.
Me and my team. How about that?
In-park hospitality services. How's that?
There you go. I like that.
All right. And we had a question down
I was wondering, do you ever think that Six Flags America will be a dark ride?
here. The question is, would Six Flags America ever get a dark ride? Richard, you
can start off if you want.
I mean, it's certainly a gap in our lineup, I will say that. as to what the future holds, I'm gonna pass the mic.
Why was everybody laughing when they passed me the mic? First, let me say, I love your Superman ring, by the way.
Well, thank you.
Tell I'm a lover of rings.
Yeah.
I'll go back to what we talked about earlier with some of the infrastructure projects that we're doing. Our biggest challenge is ride downtime. We just cannot seem to keep our most popular rides running. A lot of our rides are running first generation technology that a lot of our newer mechanics are not as well versed in. So when something goes down, it's not down for an hour, it's not down for 2 hours, it's down for days. So before we kind of add to our ride portfolio, we have got to make sure that the rides that we have right now and the rides that you all enjoy riding are running all the time. That's over the next, I'd probably say 3 to 5 years. That's going to be our primary focus. I know that probably makes some folks sad, but it makes me sad when I see a ride that has 30% downtime. And I know it makes you all sad too when the stuff you want to get on is not running. It's not because we don't care. It's just it's older. It's a lot more complicated than some of the newer stuff that's out now, and it takes a lot of manpower to keep this stuff running. So. Not that we won't ever look at that, but for right now, at least for the next, I would say at minimum the next 3 years, I want to make sure we got everything running. Is that a fair answer?
Y'all do one more question? We'll do one more and then I have door prizes.
Okay, and then we have somebody back there.
Yeah, one more question.
Oh, okay.
Can you speak more about the changes you want to make to the door? You're not talking about RMC, but ready for
So the RMC roar will be $10 million, and we do not have $10 million to do that. So I'm sure probably know more about these rides than I do, but they're about 8 or 9 layers of wood on those tracks, and when the track gets tore up, we probably replace 2 or 3 of those layers, and with the money that we're going to invest going into 2022, we're replacing all the layers throughout the entire thing with a very heavy focus on those high-stress, high-speed turns. So, traditionally, like I said, it's just been the first 2 or 3 layers of wood, and as the other layers get a little older, you get a lot of that bounce in there. We're doing all the layers, basically taking it down to the frame almost. So it should be a more enjoyable ride experience. I hope. I just want, and I kind of wish Scott was here. I just don't want to get a call at 8 a.m. Hey, Richard. Hey, Scott. Oh, roar. It's going to be down again. The track. Yeah, that's. I don't want to wake up to any more of those calls. So that's what we're looking at.
We talked about top 3. Roar is actually number 5 as far as throughput monsters that we have here. And actually, every attraction is ranked top to bottom and what our guests view as the most important ride, and then what they view as something that they would be okay missing on a visit but would love to catch in the future. Roar sits at number 5 right now. So it's a very important part of our lineup. We're committed to not just the track itself, but as I'm sure you all know, we send our trains out to PTC every single winter. If you notice now, we got a jump start on that to make sure that this ride is operating at its most efficient next year, and we've already got a train out there. And we're committed to, like Richard said, really upping the ante that's on these attractions, not just from an availability experience and making sure they're running, but also that you're getting on more of them during your visit. We have a strict target that we're trying to hit when you come to this park, and make sure you can enjoy a specific number of rides, and we're averaging that out versus all the guests who are here. And that's a strong focus for us. That's been laid out, and we started this year, and we'll continue on in the future. So we're very excited about that. I'm very excited about Roar. I know we're all sitting here like, this is the day to announce it, right? And I know, no, but it's a very, very good thing. And like Richard says, it's no it's just as bad. Scotty calls in. He has to call me and be like, hey, Eric, so Scotty called me. I was like, don't tell me doors down. So
That's how it goes.
that's
Yeah.
basically what happens there. So it's very, very good stuff there. And I mean, added to that, the Wild One paint job is just such an iconic thing to be doing and wonderful for that attraction that's right in the middle of our park. So lots of good things happening here and so much drive that I know we're all trying to put behind it for our guests who visit us every single year. And I know that, you know, the eyes of the guests who visit us once or twice a year, it's going to be great. For those of you who in this room are enthusiasts who are dedicated to the theme park performance and, you know, see things from a different perspective, you have that widescreen where some of our guests have blinders on in their experience. It's going to be great. And, you know, talking with you and sharing this gets us energized because it's a new experience being delivered that at the end of the day, a regular guest coming once or twice might not pick up, but you're going to see it. And when you walk, you're like, man, there's like 455 new trash cans in this park, which there will be. And there's, 250 brand new benches. Those are so cool. I can sit places. It's gonna mean so much more because it's parts of this park that I know we see that we're very passionate about and want to improve, and it's going to make a difference at the end of the day, and that's gonna, you know, drive all of you to come back even more, right? Exactly, and open up that hospitality wallet to Ramar and his team.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
That was very well said, so I don't think I have a whole lot else that I can say. Thank you, Eric, and Richard, Devontae, Trayvon, Ramar, and thank you all for being here. Elizabeth, I understand you have some door prizes to give away, so in these last 10 or so minutes we have before the doors open for Aaron Rabbits, we'll let you take over here and give these items away. And of course, we'll be around for a little bit if one-on-one you have any questions for us individually, so we'd be happy to speak with you as well. So thank you so much.
Speaking of Wild One, I